All right, folks, the Avery Brothers on WRSE, Die, 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 the first track off of an excellent album titled Emotionalism, came out in 2007. Really excellent album. The album actually got me introduced to them, and now the Avery Brothers are one of my favorite bands of all time. But speaking of that was a couple of years back, and we are actually here to do a 2012 year in review. This is Good Time Radio TV's year in review 2012, and joining me here are Molly, and my brother Arthur. How are you guys doing? And also, I did not stutter there. We have two ladies here named Molly. And we're going to talk about 2012 and some of the things that meant a lot to us, as well as some big events that happened that I'm sure meant a lot to you. So, guys, what is going on?
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
Hi. Yeah, hi. How are you guys feeling for tonight? You guys feeling all right?
Pretty good.
I'm feeling good. I'm getting ready for to close out the new year to start a brand new one, 2013.
Yep.
Real
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, really, really quick, what happened in your guys' lives over the last year? Some big events or bad events?
Let's start with Molly.
Which one? Yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
You should go.
Let's see. Well, I started at Columbia College this year. It's pretty awesome. I also started my own photography company, and I got to work with you guys, Tomorrow's Alliance. It's pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Okay, well, I'm the other Molly, and I started College of DuPage this year, and not a lot happened. I met you guys, too. I met Tomorrow's Alliance, I met Arthur at COD, and I started playing guitar this year, bought myself a brand new acoustic, so that's my big event that happened.
Right on.
Awesome. Arthur, man, what about you?
You know what? I met these two lovely ladies here, Molly and Molly, at the College of DuPage, and Molly, through Tomorrow's Alliance, she started taking pictures for us and doing photography and much more. Yeah, I mean, I honestly just had a great year, playing a lot of shows with Tomorrow's Alliance, doing a lot more with Good Times Radio-TV. We're looking forward. We actually did our second annual Chicago Auto Show, interviews this year, so we're looking forward to next year's in February, so that's coming right up around the corner. So I'd say those are my big highlights of this year, Jim.
Very awesome. Very awesome. All right, then, folks, we're going to start talking about a couple of things. Arthur, man, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure thing. We're going to talk about the top 5 music, songs, albums. We're going to talk about some music stuff right now. How about we can start out with the top 5 albums of this year. Why don't we do that?
Sure.
And we're going to bring the mic to Molly. Molly to my right.
All right, so top 5 albums, according to Entertainment Weekly, are Channel Orange by Frank Ocean, The Idler Wheel is wiser than the driver of the screw. This is a long one. And Whipping Cords Will Serve You More Than the Ropes Will Ever Be by Fiona Apple. Wow. Celebration Rock by Japan Droids, and Kaleidoscope Dream by Miguel, and Lonesome Dreams by Lord Huron.
Very awesome. Now, were any of you able to actually check out those albums or listen to them?
I had never even heard of those.
Yeah, me neither.
Especially
And
that long one.
that is according to what again?
Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Entertainment Weekly. Okay.
Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah, there was a similar thing with we've been Googling stuff, looking stuff up for the top 5 movies and songs and all, and it's like a lot of these things we haven't even heard of, and it's like you go to different sites, different magazines, and they all have the different top 5s, so I don't know.
Yeah, like the top 5 albums are like completely different from the top 5 songs, so we found it's, I don't know, different.
It's different. Well, yeah, people have their, they think something's better than others,
Yep.
So Entertainment Weekly is a nice source to have, so good source to have for that. So we're going to go on to the top 5 songs. Starting at number 5 is Home by Philip Phillips. That was a good song. I heard it in a couple of commercials. I Love It. Iconopop, right on. Some Nights by Fun. Actually, Fun played here at Elmhurst College.
Yeah, they did about a month ago.
About a month ago, yeah. So
It's actually an awesome show.
Right on. Let's see. Somebody I Used to Know.
Like that was definitely. I know that one was definitely one of the top 5, if not the top 3. Man, there was a while there in the past summer that just passed here. It was on like every minute. You would just change it, and it was on.
Yeah, and there are 2 versions of that song.
Yeah, there's
right?
a bunch of remixes and stuff. Yeah. And then same with this next one here, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. Same thing
that's
there, man.
playing all the time.
Still, yeah.
Number one.
Yep,
Call Me Maybe.
And that's a good tune. When I first heard it, I really dug it. So, I don't know. I was a big fan. I was a big fan. Some of the albums that I thought were really great this year that it came out. Well, just as far as being big deals from bands that are very good and haven't released things in the last couple of years. One was definitely Green Day. They released a trio set of albums, basically a month apart. We had Uno, which came out September 21st, 2012, only to be followed by Dose, which was November 9th, 2012. And then Trey, which was actually released a month earlier because the lead singer for Green Day went into rehab for alcohol abuse. That was released a month early, and it was released December 7th, 2012. And out of those three, I thought they were good albums. I would have rather had them just like take the best songs from each album and like condense them and make one great album. I think that would have been a lot smarter. But maybe they were thinking about album sales and they just needed to sell. Although Green Day, I don't even know if they charted, because now you just buy it online. You just like pirate it or whatever. That's what people do. And an album that I really, really love is The Carpenter by the Avett Brothers.
Yes.
Great album there. It's really great because you can kind of see them coming into their own as fathers, and like, they've all been married for at least, I don't know, 5 years, and then a couple of them have been married since the very beginning. But it's really cool because they got really deep into being a dad and just death and life, and they always think about life and death. But the older that they're getting, they're getting a lot deeper with it, and I think they're just being a lot more honest. I thought that was really, really great. That was released September 11th of this year, 2012. An album that just came out that I really, really dig. It's a 5-track EP. Just something, because not a lot of famous bands, big bands of this band's caliber do it. But they released a 5-track EP and they produced it their own themselves. The first time that they've actually produced their own album in nearly 20 years. And that band is Blink-182. The name of the album is Dogs Eating Dogs. Really good album. And actually, Miley Valdez, you were able to burn that for me, which was awesome. And I'd like to know, what do you think of that album? I dig it a lot. I dig it a lot. Yeah, when I first heard it, I was kind of like, it was kind of, I don't know. I didn't like it when I first heard it. I did and I didn't, and then the more that I listened to it, I just dug it a lot more. What do you think?
There's that one song that has the rap part in it. That I didn't really like, but other than that, I think it's a really great album.
It is, and it's good because you can, Neighborhoods, which was released 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good album, but. And I mean, it was actually a great album. It was also full length, so that was a good album, especially after they were not a band for 6 or 7 years, maybe more than that. But it was really good to have them back, and now I think it's obvious that they are having a good time playing together. Again, just because you can tell by the way that the songs are being written.
And I think it was you who told me as well that their 2011 tour sort of set, just something big in their careers as a band, as a group. Because they, like you said, they were not together for about a good 6-7 years. They weren't doing any albums, but that tour sort of, got them closer together. I think they were sort of able to talk out what they had to talk out, and this EP is sort of a prelude to what,
the old Blink doing what they should be doing,
Right.
So
it's a prelude to what's new, what they're going to have.
To what's next, yeah.
Yes, what's next.
Definitely. Another album that came out by a band that was broken up for a while and then came back was No Doubt. Those of you that do not know who No Doubt is, you guys no doubt have heard of Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani got famous through this band. That's how she became the name that she is. I mean, of course, she had her name when she was born, but she became famous through this band, No Doubt, and they're a pretty good band. But they really released an album called Push and Shove, September 25th, 2012, so of this past year. And what's really funny is that this was a year where a lot of bands came back out of the woodwork that were not doing stuff for a while, came back and really did a good job. I looked at the reviews for Push and Shove. I've only heard a bit of it. I have not heard a lot of it, but what I have heard, I liked. But I heard it was a really good album, and it was, it's good to have them back. That's what all the fans said. So that is really, really awesome. Do you guys have any more final thoughts about top albums? Those are just the ones that I thought were worth noting for this past year.
Well, you already know that I like Green Day, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting how they did the 3-album release per month. That was real interesting. And I thought the Avett Brothers, the Carpenter album, they worked with their second time working with a great producer, Rick Rubin,
which was awesome. It was very awesome. But yeah, guys, so that's music for you. Something I wanted to bring up too was I found this thing online. It's newswatch.nationalgeographic.com. There's some really cool things here. There's a couple of the weirdest stories of 2012. One of them being that the world's smallest frog was found. It's at an average of 7.7 millimeters long, and I guess the previous record holder it was 7.9 millimeters long, and it's like a quarter of a dime. That's how small it is. Like if you put it on top of a dime, it'll take up about 25% of it. I'll go with about 28% of it. But yeah. Also, something else that was really really crazy is that they found that slime has memory but no brain. Basically, the whole Blob movie, could actually, it's kind of creepy because I guess that could actually work. But the thing is that slime, it moves. They put it on this petri dish, and it moves around to where it spreads to where it hasn't been yet. So it'll be moving slowly, and it'll kind of feel like in the way that it moves, it looks like it's actually like a real living thing, which it is, but. It'll move over a surface that it's already covered, and it'll slowly just kind of warm out, and then just go to some other place to cover up more of the dish. So I thought that was really really cool too. I don't know, that is really really crazy. Also, there was a white killer whale spotted. Now I remember hearing about this. They were there's this huge white fin, which means it's one of the dominant ones. There's this huge white fin amongst a whole pack of other black killer whales, and the white fin. I don't think anybody's ever seen this whale up close. They just have this picture, which was taken in Russia this past April, and they're guessing it's about 22 feet long. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting as well. Something else here, folks. Little tip of the trade for you: don't go kissing frogs anytime soon. Don't go kissing turtles either, because apparently turtles urinate out of their mouths, which is strange at first, I guess. I don't know, and it's not all turtles, but this turtle species in China called the soft-shell turtle, it piddles in puddles, meaning that it goes into puddles and urinates, but it pees through its mouth. So that is very interesting. Also,
I'll be right back.
Also, it's like,
no,
what's going on here? Also, I guess they were able to explain the phenomenon about, because there's lions, and then the lioness is the female lion. The male lion is the big mane.
Lions?
The female lion doesn't. And shut that mic off. That's for shut that mic right off. Jeez. Shut it right off. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Anyway. I guess with some genetic thing, apparently sometimes female lions can have a mane, which is a really interesting sight, because male lions, as big as they are, they don't hunt. They stay with the cubs and raise them basically while the females go out there and hunt. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, something else that was really really strange is there was a giant mysterious eyeball found on a Florida beach, and they still do not know what it is. It's like the size of it's almost like the size of, you can fit it. It would take up both of my palms basically. And they still don't know what it is. It's not a whale eye. It's not a turtle eye. It's not a Gemini.
Gross.
So yeah, I just thought that those are some interesting tales.
So that's where that went.
Yeah, there it is. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to mention right now? Or
I think this first segment, I think we'd be pretty good. I'd just like to say, everybody listening out there, we'd like to say Happy New Year to you. Good Times Radio-TV. We wish you all the best in 2013. We hope you have a safe and happy 2013. Great New Year. And we will be back. We're going to have a few songs playing. And we'll be back with our second segment. We're going to cover movies, top companies of 212.
as well as some of the celebrities that apparently and sadly passed away this past year. There's actually a number of them. I was going through the list, and I forgot about some of the people that passed, and it's really sad. But we're back to talk about that. It was a really interesting year. A lot went on. So it's going to be a great time. You guys just stick around. We'll be back right after this.
Stay tuned. All right. TomorrowsAlliance.com.